Here's an example of how it starts. It'll normally burn from each probe, trying to connect between the two. Not always in a pretty direct line, sometimes a pretty roundabout line. Sometimes only one will burn. Here I'm showing how two will connect, and when they do connect, they'll just stop spreading any more burn. It'll just the main burn will continue to burn deeper, but won't spread and get any bigger. See the electric flowing through it and making it bright. Here you can see how sometimes it just pops up all over the place, and then hopefully you can kind of connect them. But when you're burning it, it actually can pop up any place on the wood pretty much. You never know sometimes. And also you see the wet. I have to do a spread of water and baking soda solution to make a conductive path. So you can sometimes control where it goes by where you spread the water. Here is a close-up of a burn that's doing a decent job of making an intricate pattern. When I'm done burning, I have to put the piece under running water and scrub it with a stiff brush to remove all the char off of it and show the intricate patterns. Okay, I'm done burning this piece right now. I'll give you a real close-up of, see the char, the burn. Yeah, here's another example where you can see it's burning at multiple places and kind of popping up at different places. You just never quite know, like there on the right all of a sudden, didn't last long. And then there's a couple areas on the left going different directions, and then off the edge, the bottom edge, it starts burning. You just have to keep an eye on it. And you've got two probes burning at the same time, so you kind of keep an eye on both of them and see how they're doing, and if you like the pattern. Now this piece of wood didn't burn really good. It didn't spread out and make the intricate branching patterns that you really like. I call this sort of my electric glow, or electric inchworm, because the arc that's burning, when you see it, it looks like an inchworm crawling along, just hopping over the place. And it basically chars the top of the wood and doesn't really make a, well, it makes a little bit of a burn groove, but it chars the top of it and it doesn't look as good. But you just never know. It kind of depends upon the type of wood, the grain, a lot of different factors. Trench, or wherever, whatever you want. You see the two probes connected to the box, connected to a foot switch that I operate. Here's some various examples of the works I've done. I normally use a dye to do the colors. It's a water-based dye, and the dyes blend well together. There you see some birds, kind of a common theme on a lot of them. I'll mark in a little flock of birds flying in the horizon. As I say, in the dyes, they blend together well to give you the transition, the cool looking colors, the way they blend. But they're not good for painting because you can't paint one on top of another, as they just immediately blend. This is my tie-dye one here. This is just a stained one. Sometimes I just stain them rather than dyeing them. Here I tried to do a reflection of the moon because the moon was just a knot. Here's a meteor in the sky. It's supposed to be like a night sky. I like this one because of the horizon going from the yellow to the purples up in the corner. Here's a close-up of the tree-like patterns. This is just a blend of a lot of colors. I like that. Never know what I'm going to do. This one's cool. The grain in the wood caused the colors to look 3D almost. And this next one, I used some gray stain to begin with, so it kind of gave the whole sky a grayish look. And this one a little bit too. There's some gray up there. And I had a hard time doing these trees. Each one was individual, and it took a long time to make it look like a tree. And here's one of the stained ones. I like the sky in this one. And then this last one is where I set up and tried to sell some at a school at a yard sale. This is my display.